The Atom Project, 2022, is a fun sci-fi movie, combined with family love that has just been released by Netflix on March 11, 2022. Highly regarded as a small-screen blockbuster, the film's trailer seems to be quite attractive because of the spectacular effects and the good coordination between the two actors in the Marvel Universe. Let's analyze with Ask K-pop whether the Atom Project is as good as the trailer. Come on, let's get started. The Atom Project is a work in the genre of fantasy action mixed with comedy elements that is receiving positive feedback from both critics and the general audience. Although not too excellent in terms of content and artistic quality, The Atom Project still fully fulfills the role of a humorous, charming entertainment film with a message about family affection that can make viewers feel. In the future, when people reach a high level of being able to master time and travel to the desired time, this will cause a lot of upheaval for the world and people. So Atom decided to go back in time with the desire to fix the past. Several incidents happened that made things not so smooth. Before the strong and malicious enemy he found support was himself at the age of 12 and his father. Will they be able to correct the mistakes of the past, or are they forced to disappear as if they never existed? In the year 2050, when humans can travel in time, that is also when potential danger appears. The bad guys use this opportunity to take over the world, so Atom must go back in time to save his wife Laura, who was harmed by Saurian. He also stops his dad, who is also the father of the Atom Project, about the dangers posed by this time travel project to the future. But unfortunately he was injured and fell in the year 2022 and met his self-image at 12 years old. Atom at this time is a boy with a history of asthma and always being bullied by his friends. Going through everything together with themselves, both realize the meaning of time travel not only to help Atom find Laura, but also to heal him and his lost father. This fateful meeting brings the two to adventures that are both exciting and dangerous. The older Atom returns to 2018, when his father is still alive and testing the project and will achieve scientific breakthroughs that make time travel a reality. If you want to save the world, you have to rearrange the messed up timeline. During the journey, the two versions of Atom supported and helped each other overcome the pain of losing their father and heal the wounds of their hearts. Besides, the reunion of the father and the older Atom and the little Atom helped them understand each other better, understand the value of love and family love. The Atom Project is not biased towards sci-fi elements. The film only uses time travel elements as the framework for the plot about intimacy and love. The Atom Project goes straight to the main content quickly after the first 10 minutes of leading. The rest of the film was successful in conveying good messages. The Atom Project depicts family relationships. The story is not new but never old. The film has parents devoted to their children, faithful partners, loves that cannot be divided by time or death. Most of the time, it tells the story of children who grow up with a psychological wound that is difficult to heal when a father is stripped from the family picture too soon. The contradictions and inner struggles of the older Adam and little Adam are the heart of the work. This pushes the story forward and scaring the audience's tears. The interaction of the two Adams is at the heart of the scenario. Their relationship with their parents is a core element of the entire film. Little Adam is a nuisance to Ellie. In contrast, the older Adam harbored a strong hatred for Louis, burying himself in loneliness for 30 years. Conversations between the two Adams are warm and friendly. An entertaining, sci-fi comedy, but with a deep message to both adults and children about family affection. As the years pass faster than we grow older, the trauma we suffered in childhood freezes and will carry on into adulthood.
She's not much of a housekeeper.
Hey, you have her to take care of you. She has no one, you understand?
After the death of the father, both mother and daughter were devastated when every morning when they woke up, the nostalgia for their father had never been eased. Little Adam, because he loved his father so much that he was annoyed with his mother, not old enough to think about his mother's feelings, making her heartbroken. Maybe the older Adam is fixing his past more than he should. He ponders over the things little Adam is hurting his mother. And trying to fix those things. The great thing is being able to go back in time to say I love you before it's too late. We all go through childhood days sometimes angry, even hating, blaming our parents. Then many years later, looking back, we realize that was the most beautiful time in life. I realized how stupid I was, how I wasted so much beautiful time. Adam is the embodiment of such a person. The future Adam returns to meet himself nearly 30 years ago to realize how badly he treated his parents, wasting the best time. And the 12-year-old Adam of the past also had an overview of his future to understand how happy he was. The journey back to the self of 30 years ago is definitely a train that everyone is willing to pay any price to step on. And the second, equally expensive message, the message of time. Louis Adams' father still haunts me to this day. Enjoy life, because it's later than you think.
Enjoy yourselves. It's later than you think.
The quote is taken from the famous song Enjoy Yourself by Guy Lombardo. You think you still have so much time, still many opportunities to love your family, to live, that allows you to be angry, allows you to delay a word of love, allows you to let go of a goodbye hug. But you don't have as much time to waste as you think. You think, we have a lot of time, we can just keep working, earn money, then one day we will have time for love, life and family. But that's not it, later than you think. The phrase is repeated throughout the film that we have time, but the whole movie is a counter-evidence to that statement. No, we don't have as much time as you think. Going back to the past to say love to your parents before it's too late is great, but bad guys don't do that. Humanity should not interfere with the workings of the universe. The timeline should not be reversed for any reason. Disasters always happen at any time when just a small mistake in the research process is taken advantage of by bad guys. Even today, a lot of warnings about artificial intelligence AI will be very developed in the future. Surely you know what will happen when control is lost. As technology develops, what will happen? The world is in the early stages of the metaverse. Are there any potential risks? Privacy, data, security in the virtual universe will be important issues of the future. Overall, The Atom Project is a sci-fi, action-packed sci-fi title that blends family romance, which is relatively easy to watch, funny and entertaining. The special effects part of the film is invested extremely carefully, bringing completeness in each frame and satisfying the viewer's vision. The film still has a lot of illogical points. Solving the situation is somewhat simple and the climax has not really exploded. The script installs some knots to create suspense. Each character must face and fight for themselves and their loved ones. The unexpected time travel helps them understand each other and heal each other. Ryan Reynolds plays a role that is not new, but the script has a certain liberality, helping him to show his acting ability. The Canadian-born actor has moments of emotional sincerity, letting his characters flourish in climactic scenes. In particular, Ryan Reynolds' interaction with Mark Ruffalo, Zoe Saldana is quite touching, depicting the depth in the relationship between the characters. The actor, born in 1976, juggled excellently with Scoble, the youthful, intelligent version of Adam. The two work well together in scenes that require both drama and humor. In particular, the little Adam, played by Walker Scoble, is extremely mischievous, smart, and handsome, has successfully completed the role, is considered very promising and has received a boom of praise. Possessing a time-traveling plot, The Atom Project has a lot of land to build interesting details. The sci-fi factor is explained quite convincingly, making viewers more attracted to the details. Besides, ASK K-pop was surprised to learn that The Atom Project focuses on family themes more than action. So the emotional element that the film brings to the audience is quite abundant and easy to create sympathy. As mentioned above, the effect is one of the elements that The Atom Project does best. The scenes of chasing, bombarding spaceships and fighting with advanced technologies from the future are staged and shown in front of the audience. Music in the film is chosen quite suitably for the content and images, creating the unique quality that a movie of the sci-fi genre needs. The film incorporates many classic elements from legendary movies, from a weapon that looks like a lightsaber from the Star Wars universe, to a gun that shoots out a magnetic field to enter a clear time jump. It's from Star Trek, not to mention the superhero landing from Atom.
Verse. My God, we watch too many movies.
I just want to know.
Besides the fights, the characters' dialogue is also a bright spot to mention. The dialogues are short, concise, but easy to understand. Some lines make viewers laugh, but there are also sentences that make viewers think. However, besides the plus points, the film also inevitably has a few minus points, such as the film circuit has not really had a climax. Most of the nearly 100 minutes passed, the movie took viewers from one scene to another, but there was no big boom. In addition, the emotional factor also dominates most of the films, so the dramatic scenes such as adventures and fights are not really outstanding. The film tells a lot, but forgets to use images to express content. This downplays the horror of the terrible events happening in 2050 that the older Adam is trying to prevent. The Atom Project seems to be gathering more individual stories about each character than the complete whole. The second minus point is that the villain is too faint. Really, the motive, the past, or the psychological development of the whole villain is a blank sheet of paper. If you expect a cool villain or at least a character with depth, then, again, lower your expectations. The villain in this film has only one task: to jump out and scream and shout at the main character, but has no obligation to help viewers understand who they are. The supporting characters are also lackluster, such as the old Adam's wife Laura, which is understandable. The entire spotlight of the film is devoted to the young and older Adam. The film still has a lot of logic errors with a fairly high level of fiction, and things are a bit too easy for the main characters. There are still many points that the film has not clearly explained to the audience, and the time travel element has not been fully exploited to make the audience feel impressed. We just don't know that the world has been destroyed by time travel, but it's not clear exactly how it affected us. We have not yet seen how Saurian's work has affected the world and others, only through Adam's account. The last scene, when the magnetic field is broken, all the furniture is sucked in. If there is a bullet made from magnetic steel in the gun will be sucked in but cannot be held and fired. Commenting on the content of the film, it can be seen that the plot across space and time is not a new path for American films. It has been exploited by many directors and gained a lot of buzz. However, in the Adam Project, the way of exploitation is a bit interesting. Unlike previous films, this work is not too focused on explaining difficult algorithms or confusing cryptography. The film only shows us the laws of the universe about time and advises people to respect it, not try to change or possess it. This is highly appreciated, because it both brings meaning to life and makes the plot easy to absorb, abstract moderately, and viewers can gently understand the rules set out in the film. If you want to see a movie that is both epic and emotional, The Adam Project was born for you. In addition to giving you the most relaxing experience when you can fully meet the elements, humor, thrill, the movie will give you another thought about your family and how much time you have left to spend with your family. Before it's too late, enjoy the fun and emotional moments with your family with this The Adam Project movie.
Thank you for watching our video. To support our channel to make more interesting videos, please like and subscribe to ASK K-Pop Entertainment channel. Bye, and see you in the next videos.